$7 65 $6,500.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Good town, the 5 pound bigger than 10, the 5 pound bigger than 10, good 90 pound better than 10.
Down 20, 20, down 20.
Good morning, everybody. We are back down here at the Mecum auction, and yesterday was a really good day. I really enjoyed walking around here, looking at the cars. I saw a lot of things I hadn't seen before, and hopefully I'll see more things that I hadn't seen before. I'm just getting started down here, and I don't know what to call this room. I'm gonna call it the Corvette room. I see more Corvettes in here than anything, but I'll start here and move my way around the property and try to look at cars and tents and buildings that I didn't see yesterday. But I want you to come along and join me, so let's get out here and take a look. Now, when I call this the Corvette room, I wasn't kidding. There's a Corvette after Corvette after Corvette here. You kind of get overwhelmed with just so many lined up like this. How you like that one right there? It's kind of a seafoam green or something there. And I think this is another recreation here.
Matches the passenger side with the 6
Okay, in the middle of all these Corvettes, I got this Buick GNX, and it says it's a one-owner car. Got that turbocharged V6 in there. It says it has 5,800 actual miles on here. Look, there's a chassis sitting here. Guess it's a Corvette chassis. This gives you a good look at that rear suspension there with a half shaft and everything. Here's a couple of Beetles. Look, there's a coin-operated Herbie the Love Bug rhino toy there. Okay, here's a horse race car, and this is a real Shelby Cobra right here. They're expecting $1.25 to $1.5 million on this one. Okay, that's a 1936 Delahaye, and they're expecting it to go around $3 million on that one. It says this is a 1932 Buick. Boy, that's really nice. No estimate on that one. These are some really nice cars in this building here. 32 Chevrolet right here. Take a little closer look at that one. And that one there is a 35 Packard. Huge car. I'm sorry, my voice is hoarse. I think I don't know if I talked too much yesterday or what. But either way, we'll make it through the day here. Oh, look at that. That looks really good. Oh, Chevrolet. Let's see what model it is. It's a 38. Oh, look at that truck there. Well, that's a nice custom interior there, isn't it? I like the brown metal flake there. Oh, snap-on truck there. Yeah, and this loaded with snap-on tools in here. I remember when the snap-on truck used to come by the dealership I worked at, and then you would get some new tools and sign your life away. They're really good tools, but they're pretty expensive. Okay, now this is a real Fairlane Thunderbolt right here. So they got the snorkels going to the fresh air intake here on the front. Fiberglass hood there. And we got another row of Corvettes here. I like what they did with that one there. It's kind of like a silver cove with a really light bluish silver paint there. It really matches well. Here's a couple of 55s sitting over here. I really like that shade of red on that one. Right there I see he's relocated his fuel filler back here behind the light. Like a 56 and 57 would be. He also removed this up trim right here on the side. And he did a lot in here. Look how smooth that the dash is there. He removed the other eyebrow or whatever you want to call it there that would normally be on the other side on 55. Nice leather interior, custom console, custom grill. A nice 57 Bel Air hardtop. They're expecting this one to go for 75 to 100,000 here. Here's a 1970 Chevy Super Sport convertible. And this one is really clean. I mean, under the hood, everything looks new under here. And beside that one is this 69 Chevy SS 396. Okay, this is a 52 model Chevrolet. And they got the estimate 75 to 100,000 on this one. Okay, and here's another one of the Coupes Camaros that they built 69, but 69 of. We saw a couple of these yesterday. Yeah, big solid white Cadillac convertible. Look how long and straight it is. That's a really sharp Cadillac. And I actually like the oversized wheels on here. Look down the side of that car there. And that's really something. I like that. It's a 65 model, but they don't have the estimate on that one. And look at this pickup truck. It's the early 70s or so. White with the black wheels. There's like a black engine in there. Yeah, it's a big block there. 1970. The estimate on this one's 130 to 160. Here we got a Hellcat and then a Demon there and another Demon. There's one of those station ones. What they call these Magnums. Yeah, 2007 Dodge Magnum. These are just really sporty station wagons here. Here's a 69 Camaro, and it's really bright yellow with black stripes. Okay, here's a little rat rod, got U.S. Army on the door. Got a machine gun there, which might come in handy during rush hour. I don't know. They're not giving the estimate on this one either on what they think it will bring. Here's another rat rod with a flip-up body there. Kind of reminds you of a funny car, doesn't it?
On the back roads and stuff like that. But it ran us right by It was closed this Sunday night. But
back over here at the Army Rat Rod, I just saw a detail. See these tubes coming up here? It actually has its gauges in those. And I don't know if I'll be able to get a shot of them or not. But kind of imaginative, I guess you call it. Okay, it says this one started as a 1931 International Here's a 73 Monte Carlo. That was the first year for this body style that ran several years. As we were leaving yesterday, we saw like a 76 or 77 model in line to go across the auction block this morning. But it had the stack headlights on each side. It changed. And here's a little Dodge truck. One good paint on that. Got some striping. A lot of custom detailing going on this one. It's a 1983. Hey, here's another one of the commemorative Corvettes. It's on a 2001 Corvette chassis. I think we saw a white one yesterday. Yeah, I think this one looks pretty good. Hey, here's a 73 Plymouth Cuda. Kind of a bronze color here. It is a manual with a pistol grip shifter there. Okay, in a 1960 Pontiac Catalina station wagon here. Looks very original. Here's a 2018 Shelby GT350. I think this is one that's got the flat plane crank that gives it that distinctive sound. It says only 28 miles on here. Okay, now when you get into these cars here, they're all a lot older than I am, and I don't know really very much about them at all. What is going on with that one though? That's a big old car. Rolls Royce.
That sounds cool.
Okay, this one is a 38 Cadillac. It says it's got a V16 in here. I didn't even know they made a V16. Now this here is a Stutz. And I think that one is too. This one is a Packard. And as I was saying yesterday, if you are in one of the buildings looking at cars or out on the lot, they do have screens scattered around so you can see what's going on the block in there, in the bidding area. And I think this car here is just here advertising for the Daytona 500 that will be coming up next month. Okay, I moved outside to one of the tents here. Walk through here and show you what's there. It's a Studebaker. The tag says that's a 50 Chevrolet. And that, what is that there? That's a Hudson Wasp, 1952 model. Of course, you know the Mustang. The squealing tires over there is the Dodge Thrill Ride, I think. But they're giving you ride-alongs in the, I can't remember, I think it's a Charger Daytona, the one that they made electric, but you can also get a straight 6 in there. There's a really clean square body will be going across the block there soon. And there's a Pontiac convertible. Mid-50s, I guess. That's maybe 57. But look at that Buick there, Buick Century. It's pretty neat looking, isn't it? Let me get both of these from the back too. These are pretty cars here. And there's a 57 Ford convertible. Old T-Bird there. And there's a 56 Nomad. Really stock looking there. There's a Sunlighter convertible. Down there. It's a Holiday Coupe. Yeah, my dad told me one time that this was his favorite car right here. Well, that's a nice big cruiser there, isn't it? Big Pontiac, it says. This one here is a Plymouth. And this is actually textured right here on the sides. Looks very similar to the tops of the seats there. I'm intrigued by this. I don't know if this would be some type of vinyl or leather or what we're dealing with right here. Okay, and this is a Kaiser, which is a car company that no longer exists. But look at this little Ford right here. It's a Sunliner or a convertible, but look, I'm assuming this is plexiglass. You can look in through here at the engine through the hood there. It's a little different. Here's a 54 convertible. You know, this is 54 and 55. This big hump right here will disappear, bulging out. So this is 54, and side of here is a 53. But when you get them side by side, you can see how they changed, how the parking lots went from on the corners there to kind of rectangular to round ones there in the grill bar. Again, I said it yesterday, I like it when you get two-year models side by side where you can kind of compare the differences. 66 Impala. This is a Corvette convertible right here. the old Thunderbird there. Another AMX. We saw one of those yesterday. Nova and a Cougar. That one looks really good. 4442 W30 looks really good too. Got really slick paint on that. There was one of these one across the block yesterday in a different color, I think. I don't know what it went for though. Look at that, a Rambler Ambassador wagon. Well, that's really in good condition. '64 GTO convertible there. You got the tri-power set up on it, I see. There's the Galaxy convertible. Good old Dodge, there's a convertible too. Matter of fact, I'm wondering if I'm looking at somebody's collection or something, because this whole row is convertibles, or if they're going to just run them down the block at the same time. Yeah, all of these on this row are convertibles almost. That's a retractable convertible. Goes down into the trunk. Oh, look at that 60 model. No. This is a 58 model T-Bird, and that was the first year for this big body style. You know, it went from a little two-seater to this, I guess you call it a personal luxury car.
To tell you, staying inside.
It's gonna blow up.
That green Lamborghini, they're saying 1.6 to 1.9 million dollars on that one. Yeah, red and white stripes are pretty there, isn't it? This is Carol Shelby's first big-time ride in 1955 Ferrari. And I've heard before that the opening on that Ferrari right there, their openings inspired the openings on the 55 Chevrolet. Shelby Cobras in here. I think both of these are, they're saying 1.6 to 1.9 on these. Cars getting ready to go across the block here, getting staged. Well, that's a good looking pickup. Got a later model bed on it there. Good color though. $442 there. Look at that Brickyard 400 pace car. Got the Tasmanian Devil on there. And look, there's the old Scooby-Doo mystery machine. I even got the Zimmy pipes there coming out. And do you remember these GTOs right here? Orange pickup there is getting a lot of attention. Just getting ready to go across the block in a few minutes. And it is a good looking truck. No doubt. And there's one of the Cougar Eliminators over there. I walked out into another one of the tents out here. There's a 67 Chevelle convertible. Indy pace car from 98. Look at that 69, what they did there. Blacked out the bumpers and the grill. Clean this up here. I don't think you can see it for the reflection, but it's got brown leather interior, it looks like. Volkswagen bus there. Oh, we've got blacked out Chevelle there, it's a 71 model. And there's another 57 Ford. Now there's a very clean, simple looking Bronco. Very stock looking. Another one of the Lincolns with the rear suicide door. Buick GS. And I'd never told, did they call these Suburbans back in the day? Yeah, I can see it from here. There's another good looking 69. They color matched the bumpers and everything on there, I see. Look like a 65 or so. It's a 67. Another 67. And look at that old truck there. That presents really well, doesn't it? Really clean looking. Got the chrome wheels. Look at Blazer right there. It's really nice. And I thought this one would probably be inside here. Oh, okay. Now I understand this is actually a replica. So its estimate is 80 to 90,000. .32 high boy there. Oh, look at there. That was 68. Anybody's got Hemi badging there on the hood. Yeah, their estimate is 120 to 130 on this one. Right here, as you can see, they've blacked everything out, and they've removed the, well, I hadn't moved, but they've swapped out the door handles. They have removed the side marker lights, front and rear. '67 Impala Super Sports got 427 badging on it there. And here's a 72 Chevelle, actually two 72 Chevelles. Big Chrysler Imperial right there. And this says Imperial also. Oh yeah, I looked at one of these yesterday. I remember talking about the one that was in another tin on the other side of the lot there. I remember talking about those taillights there. There's a 67 GTO. Seen a lot of those this weekend. There's a 68 Roadrunner again. This one's black. Also here. This one's had an engine swap. It doesn't have the Hemi like that one back. Well, it is a Hemi, but it's not one of the 0426s. Estimate on this one's 175 to 225. Just clean pickup, isn't it? It says 38,000 miles, 2 owners. I like the Ram Air hood on that one. Just got a good look to it, doesn't it? It's a pretty red 57. And here's another hot rod test car. We saw one yesterday that was like a 2000 model or so. Look at the paint on this little highboy here. Good looking flame job, isn't it? $50,000 to $75,000 is the estimate on the highboy there. It's a 427 Corvette. And there's another one of the Coupes Camaros. And another one of the Tribute, I guess, I don't know if, what they call it. Trying to think. Commemorative Corvette, that's what it was. Okay, it says this is a 1946 Suburban here. And there's one of the little Econoline pickup trucks there. Kind of a purplish looking color on this Mustang here. The 57 two-door wagon. Unique paint job there. It says that is a Dodge. Look how big they got at one time. And they got really, I guess you'd say tall and wide. There's the Pinto. Look at that. Another Cougar. Look at that. This is 1914 Speedster. It says that did, you know, you can look at this, you wonder if maybe this was the base model back then with the cab delete. And look at that. Is that the windshield to keep a wind from hitting you in the face? Keep your eyes from watering? Look at that. That's a big, like, coach back there. Like you have your own personal driver and you'd sit in the back there, it looks like. It says Miss Lizzie. It says this one's 1912. 1912 Ford Model T town car. I don't think I've ever saw one of those. There's another Cobra replica there. Now this is a 2004 Roush convertible here, and they built 40 of them, and this is number 40 of 40 according to the documentation there. And beside it here is a 62 Ford Falcon that, as you can see, they've done all kind of custom work to this one. It's got 427 cubic inch column out there on the hood. '67 GTX in there, and this is an early '70s Mustang. Big Sunlighter convertible. And there's another Hudson. I think we saw one a little earlier. Well, it's just like a simple pickup truck. I mean, looks like they hadn't done anything to it. Still got the hubcaps. Yeah, this is a 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the column. And this just looks like a well taken care of pickup truck. I'm wondering if this is the original paint. I like the purple on this roadster here. Really stands out, doesn't it? And I guess watermelon and cream maybe on this Victoria here. 56, I think. Okay, back outside now in one of the side lots. Well, look at that big green monster right there. 1936 Indiana. Yeah, 1936 Indiana wrecker. And this isn't a GTO here, I don't think. So 67 Pontiac Le Mans, got 326 badging on it, and it is convertible. A lot of those get cloned into GTOs. Oh, look at that 69 Camaro, got 454 badging. There's a 65 Corvette, and this white paint's actually metal flake. You can see it pretty good standing here in the sun.
50,000 to the head. Did you want to bid 50? 50,000 to the head. Did you want to bid the 50? Get 40. 40,000 to the head. Did you want to bid the 40? 40,000 to the head. Got 10 here. 15,000. 15 bid 20. 20,000 to the head. Go 20,000 in the bid. 25,000. 25,000 to the bid. 25. Did you want to bid the 5 here? 25 in the bid. 25 bid 25. 30. 30,000 and 7 internet. Now 30. 27 now 30 bid. 30,000.
Another good looking pickup. 67, 68, somewhere in there. 67. Now look at this big old thing. 55 or 56. And boy, they got it set up on some big hoops there, don't they? Yeah, that's a big truck right there. It says it's got a 454 in here, and it is an automatic transmission. It says 55 Chevrolet Apache pickup truck, but I didn't think the Apache nameplate came out until 58. But I thought they just had this 3100 for the name for it, but I guess it did, didn't it? Okay, here's an old Chevy wrecker, and it really looks good. I think I've seen this before. I think I saw this in Nashville last year at the Triple Crown of Riding, if I'm not mistaken. Either there or some other event, it seems like. This is a 1947 model. And there you go, there's your big white Rolls Royce. I can see it says Silver Cloud, but I can't tell the year model from here. Let me take a look. 1955 Rolls Royce Silver Cloud. Okay, this is a 1988 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe, and it's got that turbocharged 4-cylinder. And back in '88, they weren't turbocharging that many 4-cylinders. And I think people were kind of afraid of this car. But I know a guy who actually won one of these, and he won at a race in Atlanta. And I think just by attending the race and signing up, they drawed his name, and I think Billy Elliott gave him the keys for it. His name was Audi. But his was white, and it had all type of special strapping and everything on it that I guess was made just for that race down there. You don't see a lot of these because I don't think they make reproduction parts for hardly anything on them. Okay, there's 82 Buick Riviera here, and there's a good looking 68 Charger there. I like that color, and I like that tail stripe too going across it there. Here's a Duster right here beside it. And I think that's a 65 Corvette. That red Chevelle looks really good. Paint's got a lot of shine to it out here in the sun. And there's a 70 Mustang. Is it a Boss or something, or Mark 1? Yep, Mark 1. I actually like that.
I see one every Thursday.
2,000 actual miles on that Mustang there. What it says, 2,014 miles. Wow. '64 Le Mans, factory 4-speed. Well, it says GTO too. You know, I think in '64 you bought the Le Mans and GTO was an option for the Le Mans, and then after that it become its own brand. So here's this IMS, yeah. Here's a little Fiat Jolly, and you can see it's a little tiny car. And look, they've got wicker seating in here. Okay, here's a Grand Prix. It says number 43 of 75 built is a petty car giveaway. And look at there, there's a Yenko Vega. Well, there's no details about it here. But anyway, now it's got a 5.3. So I don't know if it's, these are just striping they put on here. Big old Mercury Montclair. I guess a double cab. I don't know if they made that, which I'm thinking they did. I don't think they made the double cabs back then, but I could be wrong. I just don't really know. Here's a 56 Ford pickup truck that's really sharp. Another late 70s, early 80s Trans Am there. Got a couple 442s here together. And there's a Civilian Edition Hummer. Huge rat rod there, isn't it? Oh, you're good. Okay, it says that cab there is a 29 Model A, and I think that's probably the only thing on here that would be Model A. Maybe that grill cover there, not grill but radiator cover there. Okay, this is a 1933 Plymouth Roadster right here. Here's a 1984 Corvette with 1,900 original miles. And there's a Jeep Honcho pickup. That's a good looking truck. Those wheels really help that truck a lot too, I think. Like the purple and silver on the 56 Nomad there. That's a nice 70 Mach 1 there, isn't it? Really like that orange color. Another good looking blue Bronco there. Good looking long bed 4-wheel drive there. Okay, look at this 34 Ford Coupe right here. Yellow with a kind of orange flame job there with highlights in it. It's a little darker on the tips. But look at this back here. He's got Dino back here on the back. And here's a Trans Am. It's got those honeycomb wheels on it. This thing costs $5,500 new. '71 model. There's a 39 Ford. It says all steel body. Another Bentley. I've seen a lot of those here. Here's a 60 Chevrolet in white. Got that red and white interior. And look, they've definitely upgraded the engine. It's really clean. The estimate is $100,000 to $125,000 on this one. Okay, this is a Packard 8 Cabriolet. I think we saw one of these that was restored on the inside either earlier today or yesterday. And what is this one here? This is the studs. I do know, remember we saw a couple of studs in there this morning. Boy, this thing is huge. This is another Packard 1920. You know, we barely had roads in 1920, but if you had this, you were going down those mostly dirt roads in style, you know. Another 70 Roadrunner in that green color. I don't know if you can tell it or not because it's kind of light, but look at the graphics on this Ford panel truck. It looks like a guy is riding a motorcycle down the road there, and he's looking back at the cops, it looks like. Got this little picnic table and grill that comes out back here. Okay, I made my way into another little tent area out here. There's a black Trans Am with the red looking bird there. How you like the red and white stripes on this one here? Oh, it's the flag. I couldn't see the blue from the back there. Okay, well, this Corvette was in Austin Powers, it says here. Okay, y'all, I'm out in the big go zone area, and these are cars went across the block, but they had a reserve on it and they didn't sell, but you can still bid on them if you like. But here's a Mach 5, if you remember Speed Racer, and the high bid was $25,000, and it doesn't have the asking price on here, but it's going to take more than $25,000 to buy it, and it's actually pretty neat looking. You would definitely draw a lot of attention in it. Okay, this 62 Impala did not sell. The high bid on it was $32,000, and they've got a spot here where they can put the asking, but most of them aren't filled in. I don't know if they'll wait till the last day of the auction or something, wait and see if what kind of bids come in or what, but as of right now, there's no indication of how much it'll take to buy it. They bid $9,500 on the Volkswagen bus here. Didn't sell. Okay, the Mustang convertible here, the high bid was $20,000, and it looks really good condition. Looks like a newer top on here. Or maybe not a newer top. Does need a patch here on the side, it looks like, but all in all, it's pretty good condition. The body's in really good shape, it looks like. And what about the AMC Gremlin over here? Let's see how much the high bid was on it. Got the hockey stick stripe on it there. Wow, $20,000. I actually did not think it would bring that much, but $20,000 is not enough to buy it. They bid $47,000 on the 57 here. And I remember seeing this lined up yesterday. $16,000 is what they bid on this big Polara. No, it's a Dodge Monaco. And $26,000 on this IROC here. They bid $26,000 on this Dodge Lancer here, which I actually thought it would go, the bid would go higher than that, because it's really a clean car, convertible. What is this, a Riviera? They bid $10,000 on it. And the Pontiac Solstice, $17,000, which I thought $17,000 would buy that. Okay, it's only got like 9,000 miles on it, so that probably explains why they're wanting a little bit more for this. Okay, here's a 1949 Willys Jeepster, and the high bid on it was $14,000. And that surprised me that the bid is so low. I thought they would probably bid up like 24, 25 on this thing. Okay, the big Pontiac convertible here, it brought, or the high bid on it was $44,000. And actually it's an Oldsmobile. But anyway, high bid on this one was $44,000. And I don't know if that would be close on this. Well, y'all, that's going to be about it for today. I would like to stay and film longer and look at more cars, but I've got to head back to Georgia today. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And if you hadn't subscribed, we'd appreciate it if you would, and give us a thumbs up. But hopefully you enjoy the video today, and hopefully we'll see you in another one. So may God bless you, and bye now.